Hi. Hope you're having a really good day. So, in the last video, we saw how the bubble sort algorithm works, and in this video we'll try to implement the algorithm in a language. I'll be using Python 3 for this purpose, as a lot of people seem to appreciate this language, and I too am comfortable with it. I assume that all of you are familiar with Python, and if not, it'd be a great idea to learn the basics before watching this video. Let's get started. Basically, what we are going to do is take an array from the user, sort it, and then print out the sorted array. Firstly, we must know the length of the array that the user is going to input. Let's store the number in the variable n. Next, we shall wait for the user to enter the array of length n. In order to input the array from the user, we shall be using the map function, which is a built-in function in Python. Map function takes two arguments, function and iterable. Our iterable here is the array that the user inputs, and we need to pass this iterable through the built-in int function as each number is of integer data type. So, we write map int, input.split. What input.split does is, it allows Python to treat the numbers separated by spaces as individual entries. We now need the input to be a list, so we enclose the map function call inside the keyword list, which converts the input to a list. Let the variable array store the array. Now, we have come to the core of the program. If you recall from the working video, we go about sorting those chunks, right from the largest chunk to the smallest one. What this tells us is that we need to iterate through the chunks, as well as iterate through each chunk to sort the chunk. To do that, we'll require two looping statements, one nested in the other. For iterating through the chunks, we'll use the while loop, and to iterate through each chunk, we'll use the for loop. So I'll be using the letter j as a variable which stores the length of each chunk. Initially, it will be equal to n, which is our largest chunk. We'll also include this j minus equal to 1, which decrements j by 1, when we want to move to the next smaller chunk. As mentioned earlier, we need to also have a for loop inside the while loop, to iterate through the elements of each chunk, and swap them as required. So, we write, for I, in range 0, j minus 1. Note that we are only iterating till the penultimate element, because if we reach the last element, we cannot compare it to anything on its right. Now, we are going to swap an element if it's greater than the element to its right. So, it's time to include an if statement here. For swapping, we'll use a third variable called temp to swap the two numbers. Now that completes the sorting part of our program. The only thing left out is the printing part. We do not want to print out the list as a whole, as it'll look ugly. So what we do is, we print out each element as we iterate through the list. That should do it. Let's now save the program and test it. Let us first test the array that we used in the tutorial video, that is, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was smooth. Now we know that we did not write crap in our program. Let's give another input. This time I'll be giving an array having 7 numbers, 8, 9, 5, 6, 3, 1, 0. Nice. So, we're good after all. Okay, so, that'll be it for this video. I'll leave the GitHub link for the code in the description below. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye for now and see you in the next video.